Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this first week of October, last day of September video. We are going to start our study on Judges this month. So we're going to have 5 weeks, 4 of which will be Judges, and then we'll have a review gospel presentation the last weekend. So get prepared, preparing your hearts for Judges and how we're going to teach this to the kids. This weekend is going to be from Judges 3 and 4, we're going to be teaching about Ehud. And of course, we have a new memory verse, which this month is 1 Peter 4:10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful servants of God's grace in its various forms. So we're going to be learning more about that verse, doing a little bit more deeper study of that next week. This week, because we're learning about Ehud, we are going to play left-handed games when the kids come in. So I call them left-handed games because most people have their dominant hand as their right. Obviously, if you have a child whose dominant hand is their left, they should switch it up and use their non-dominant hand. So I guess it should be called non-dominant hand games. But whatever, we're going to do this. So we have a list of some games that you can play with the kids. You can do like thumb wars with the non-dominant hand. And then if you can't think of any other fun games to do, I have printed off some, right there, I have printed off some little like palace, key, house. You can do Pictionary, and the child who is drawing on the board will have to use their non-dominant hand to draw. So it's Pictionary, but using the other hand. Should be kind of funny, should be fun. And then we're going to transition into our group and tell the kids how God uses people that are unlikely. Meaning, you would think because God is almighty, all-powerful, and perfect, that to do his works, he would need close to perfect as humans can get, right? Really, really normal, strong, bold people. But that is not who God uses. God uses the meek. God uses people who are different, people that are unlikely, people that you wouldn't suspect him to use, and that's how he furthers his kingdom. So we're going to go right into our story time. Again, we're going to talk about Ehud. If you haven't read that story in a while, read it. We haven't done this story in about 3, maybe 4 years, and I just remember the last time when we talked about how Ehud put the knife through King Eglin's big belly, and the kids were so grossed out, and it was awesome. It was really a good story, so I hope they love it again this year. So read that over. If you're the storyteller, do that how you would like. Then, of course, do your worship. We have a blessing, and then after story time, you have some review questions to go over to the kids and make sure that they really understood the story and answer any questions they may have. As always, we have prayer time, and then to change things up again, we have our create craft. So we like to do the activity and a craft each week. So when you go into your room after story, you're going to want to give each child a long popsicle stick and a short popsicle stick, and then you'll have some colored tape in your room as well. And you're going to just walk the kids through making their very own sword, which will remind them of what Ehud did to King Eglin's stomach. So that's what we're going to be making today. So by the end, you can use markers to color on these too. I did use colored popsicle sticks and colored tape because it's fun and it doesn't look as heinous as maybe something that looks more like a sword. So just a fun craft for the kids to remember their story by. So that's it. That's what we're doing this week. Next week, we are going to continue in Judges and go to 4 and 5, and I believe that the story is Deborah, and so that will be a fun story to tell as well. If you have any questions or you have any concerns or any ideas that you'd like to share with the group, go ahead and send it to your campus director, and they would love to share it with all of us, and we'd love to hear your comments. So thank you very much. Have a blessed week, and happy teaching. Thanks.